Can you hear me now? I don't hear the show. I heard the three of us. And then I heard myself echo back just then. Good. Yeah.
All right, so checking 1, 2, 3. Checking 1, 2, 3. We got audio. Are you guys hearing audio? From the Zoom only, but not from the show. Interesting. All right, let me turn your audio on here. And does that make any difference?
Nope.
You're not hearing audio from the show. Okay.
Nope.
Hmm. Interesting. Okay.
Wouldn't
Let's
it be
turn that one
nice if
back
there was a
on.
little audio bar in Zoom?
Yeah. Yeah, Steve, it is good audio, except there's more audio that you guys might, I think, tripping over my own tongue. All right, this is crazy, but let's just bring this in. This is the best I could do on the spur of the moment. Um, so
Um,
so let's try this. So we've got Michael, and Dave with us today, but we have their audio, I think, but they don't have my audio here. Is that right, guys?
yeah,
What
totally.
did you say?
You can't hear me? Unmute. Yeah, I'm on. Can you hear me now? No?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
All right. So let's
So,
for those of you that are watching, we're going to do a sound test, and you are the one that's going to have to tell us if it's working or not, because I've got things differently here than normal. So Dave, would you say hello and say your name and say where you're calling from?
Hey, this is Dave Edwards. Ooh, I hear the echo coming back at me. That's terrible. I'm
I
in
can
Southern
fix that.
California. Yeah. Yeah, but then you won't be
Okay.
able to hear us.
That's the studio audio. All right. And Michael.
hello all. I'm Michael Christ calling from Denmark.
Okay. Yeah, let's see. Let's
We
do
got a bridge
this.
that looks just like that over here in the US.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I think it's called the Golden Bridge. I actually drove over it 15 years ago.
Mm.
Okay, so you guys are still only hearing audio through me in Zoom, not through the show. All right, so where would I change that? Where would you fix that? I mean, the vMix is supposed to be sending the program audio to you guys. I'm looking in the Zoom manager. Don't see anything there. Let me get a screen capture here so folks can see what I'm looking at. Yeah, that'll work. All right, so we're going to go here for just a second, and I'm going to bring into that the Zoom manager. And let me sharpen that up just a second. There we go. And so the Zoom manager is kind of like the vMix call manager. It's got Dave here, and that's his number, and it's got the resolution and frame rate here, and I guess that's the audio. And then Michael, and he's got the same number. This is the Zoom meeting. He's in the same meeting, and his resolution 360 at 24 frames a second, and the same hertz on the audio. So I don't have any options here. And let's see, what else can I do here? let me do a different capture. And we'll start the show
Interesting.
officially in just a second. So we're still in pre-show, sort of.
The Zoom screen capture in Zoom was so ridiculously low in resolution, I couldn't see it.
Uh-huh.
But YouTube was fine.
Yeah, interesting. Interesting. Okay, let's see. Desktop capture. 3. There we go. All right, so don't pay any attention to all that. That's just a mess. But you can see down here, let's see. This is Michael right down here, and here's Dave over here. And if I right-click Michael, it drops down a menu. Oh, hold on a second. Let me get that sharpened. If you right-click Michael, wrong Michael. You get a menu, and there's Zoom Manager. I can disconnect. Participant source is where I can choose the default, Dave, Michael, or myself. I'm dialed in on the side too. So there are technically 3 callers, but only 2 of them showing up in vMix. If I do default for Michael, for some reason that shows Dave. So we'll go back. Dave, you're just the default guy. You know, what can we say? So if we go back to participant source type, we've got video, share, and auto. So I'm going to put Michael, I'm going to change you to video and see if this changes the audio. Does that change the audio? Do you hear the call?
Nope. Only
No.
you.
Only
me
you through Zoom.
Oh, there's a feedback now. Very, very low.
Yeah, that's probably my speakers here on my laptop.
Okay. Yes.
All right, so let's put you back on auto for a second. Does that change anything, Michael? Can you hear yourself now?
Nope.
Okay.
Not at all.
All right. Interesting.
Mix minus is perfect.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
I can hear it from your laptop. That's it.
And then the participant resolution, I've got it set high. I can change it to 360, but I don't think that's going to make any difference on the audio side. Okay. So we need to find out how this is supposed to work to see if it's working correctly. Interesting.
In my mind, I'm just thinking virtual cable.
Yeah.
Supposed to be built in.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
all right,
I guess
Byron.
that's why it's called beta.
Yeah, that's why it's called beta. Yeah, if you guys hear an echo, it's probably the studio monitor here. And we're still in pre-show, by the way. We've got a chance to get all this fixed before the show, but I doubt it. This is what betas are all about right here. This is what betas are for, to test, to break things. I've already found 3 bugs today. Actually, one of them last night, because this was released right about midnight Central Time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Tom Willis said the same thing in YouTube comment.
Okay, so Chris is saying, what is the issue? So, and by the way, Chris, that's your picture when we slant it like that, just really ideal. The issue is that Michael and Dave can't hear the show. I've got a separate connection set up on a laptop with the same Zoom meeting that they're in and that vMix is in, but that's the only way they can hear me. So, for example, when we were playing the pre-show fresh and fun theme is what it's called, they couldn't hear that. And there's no setting to determine what their audio source was. Well, there was when I set it up. Let me go back to the screen capture for just a second. And again, this is going to be a mess, so just bear with me. And I'm going to add an input. It's going to be a Zoom call input. So just click OK to add input. I can't tell you how many times I clicked OK right there and it didn't work. The OK button is, of course, still down there. When I do that, it sets up another Zoom, and Dave pops in immediately. There he is.
I'm the default.
Dave is the default. He's the default source.
He was also the first guest, right? So
That's
he's
right.
first on the list.
He was the first list. So we're going to disconnect Dave. Let's see what happens. This will disconnect all Zoom inputs. Are you sure? No, I don't want to do that. Not yet. All right. So once I've got you guys already established in a meeting, I can't choose the video source or the audio source again. I could before I initiated the call with Dave. And I can't show it to you now because I can't get back to it. Chris is saying, do we need to configure an audio bus to send back down that audio? Chris, I like where you're going, but there's no door. There's no place to plug in a bus. It's, we think about good old virtual audio cables. There's nowhere to plug in that other audio cable. It's just.
Well, doesn't that defeat the purpose of having a Zoom integration with vMix?
Well, yeah, Dave.
We're not trying to jerry rig it here. We're trying to find the way to make it actually work. And you obviously installed the plugin because you've got those options there.
And there's no way it would work without the plugin.
Right.
Yeah. And Tommy, what you hear, I've got Dave and Michael on my laptop over here, right there, so that they can hear me. And then I guess I could turn those speakers off. Let's try that.
You just won't be able to hear us.
I can hear you guys through the television set that I've got in front of me.
Oh, with the delay.
Yeah, with the delay. Well, actually, it's the same audio that I get from you that I would get from the laptop.
Speakers.
Okay. So you can hear me?
I can hear the echo from that. It's myself, though.
Yeah, and there's just a slight echo. And the mix minus won't work because of the latency. Because you're actually picking up yourself delayed on this mic right here. I guess if I pointed this thing more towards myself, it might help. Let's try that for just a minute. So does this reduce the amount of echo you guys get?
Well, I would have to talk first, but yeah, it's still about the same.
About the same. Okay. Well, let's put my pretty face back in the picture. Yeah, there we go. That's better.
You need a parabolic dish behind that microphone.
Yeah, that's a big one, huh?
The cone of silence.
All right, let's see. Chris is asking good questions. The answer to that question is yes. I updated this morning. Dave updated this morning. Michael didn't, but that is not a deciding factor. So yeah. Otis, we do need help. Although on the vMix Fun Time Live show last night, they didn't do a Zoom call. They talked about it, but they didn't do one.
Got an idea. Just invite them into the meeting.
Yeah, I could do that. Let's see.
Everybody, bring everybody in. And you won't even have to do the show part. We'll just all be here.
It would be fun.
Like a mosh pit.
So I'm going to put you guys on headphones. And I hear myself.
Oh, there you go.
And I hear two of you.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
You can hear me now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear you both, but your audio here is the pits.
Really?
Because I'm getting it a couple times.
Oh, gotcha. Got too many things feeding your headset.
Yeah, let's.
So your headset is picking up Zoom and vMix?
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the second source is.
Or is it YouTube? Are you monitoring that too?
That'd be really bad.
I've done that before. All right, Tommy said that got rid of the echo, which it should because it was just a studio speaker, but it created an echo for me, and my voice sounds like driving me crazy. Let's see. Yeah, and I don't even have. I wonder if
Well,
I'm
you're
getting
in the
audio.
meeting too. Yeah, it's got to be crazy. You're in the meeting and you're in the Zoom meeting and in the show at the same time, and that's probably where you're getting yourself doubled up.
All right, well, I'll mute myself. I just
went
muted
away there.
myself in the meeting.
No audio there for us. You're in
Okay,
the show now, I guess.
So you've lost
Can the
audio.
show- Coach,
You can't
can the
hear
show
me at
people hear
all.
you? Nobody can hear you?
No, you guys can't hear me, right? No, they can't hear me. Okay. All right, you couldn't hear me.
We couldn't.
Right.
How about anybody in the show? Could the participants hear you?
I would assume so.
Could Chris and Tommy and all those guys hear you? Yeah, you disappeared totally. You were just in the show totally. Sounds like.
I was out of the Zoom meeting.
Yeah.
But I was still in the show
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I'm the host of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Michael, you're muted in Zoom. I'm going to unmute you. Can I do that? No.
I can do it. Oh,
There you go.
sorry. I
There you
hadn't noticed I was muted.
That's
Sorry.
okay. What if I mute? Can I mute that? No. Mute audio settings.
Automation says we hear you all. Lindsay perfectly. Steve Hawkins, I can hear you on YouTube.
Yeah, the
You can't
audience
hear
hears you
Michael.
guys
Yeah,
great.
yeah. Maria, I was muted in my end in Zoom. Oh, sorry for that.
But if I played some music right now, you two guys wouldn't hear it. Everybody at home would hear it, and I would hear it, but you wouldn't hear it.
Exactly. We can't hear anything from the show feed into Zoom.
Yeah, we can't hear you even. That's the bigger problem, whether you're playing music or not. We couldn't hear you when you came out of the Zoom session with us and you were totally nothing.
That would be the worst possible outcome.
Yeah.
I mean, I am the host. Okay. All right. So
right now we have a green room in Zoom where we can see the show, we can see the video, but there's no audio.
And the
Basically.
only way you can hear me right now, how can you
Is
hear
Zoom.
me right now?
Your laptop Zoom session.
Agreed.
Oh. And if I mute myself, now you can't hear
Yeah.
me.
Right.
Gone.
Exactly. You're gone.
I'm
Totally
gone.
gone for us.
Totally gone.
Yeah.
Nowhere. Everybody at home can still hear me.
The question is,
I've
if the show
disappeared
can
out of my
hear you.
own headphones.
Yeah, the show can hear him.
All right. So now you can hear me.
Right.
Yes.
So the show can hear you when you had it set that way. Can they hear us at the same time
When I'm muted?
when you're muted to us?
Okay.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Can anybody hear Michael?
And testing 4, 5, 6. Can anyone hear Dave? So we're getting onto the program. We just can't hear the host.
Don't say it.
Soccer Droid
Don't
Sports
say it.
Media System say audio is great all around.
Yeah.
So here's my question. What if you left this Zoom session that you're in here on the laptop?
Yes.
Is there any way that could be interfering with what's going on? I mean, you're using two totally different Zoom instances,
Yes.
one free and one paid for.
That's
So
right.
there shouldn't be any
Two
effect.
different subscriptions, like I'm two different
But it
people.
might.
Yeah. And so I'm like
And
just
you're
a
on two
regular
separate computers
caller.
with Zoom.
So I'm sorry,
You're
say
on
again.
your production system with Zoom and you're on your laptop with Zoom. So they're not even on the same computer.
Right. Let me add another Zoom call and put myself back into this. And let's see what happens.
Now, when we were on earlier, though, Tom, for the test, we
Yep.
were side by side. We were both in Zoom side by side, just like Michael and I are. We were side by side, and we could hear each other perfectly fine.
And you can now.
And that was the show Zoom. That wasn't the laptop Zoom. Or did you capture that screen and just show it to us? Because I was pretty much in sync on it, so I didn't see a big difference in that.
In Zoom, you are perfectly in sync, Dave. I can see and your voice is coming.
Yeah. Well, when we tested earlier, it was just Tom and I side by side, just like you and I are side by side. And then I could see myself in the other pane, just like I do now. And I could hear him fine. And I'm assuming Tom was actually in the show Zoom and not in the one where we see him with his green screen behind him now on the laptop. So that he added that as a back channel to talk to us before the show, because nothing else seemed to be happening. And so that's the only thing that's different is coming in on the laptop from then. And I mean, we could hear each other fine. And I don't know where we were. Yeah, there he is, number 4.
Yeah. That's good point, Dave. And
So we can just take over the show, Michael, because
we can't hear him. So
we can't hear him. We can say whatever we want.
can you hear me
Just
now?
Take over. We can hijack it.
Can you hear me now?
He thinks it's the worst possible scenario, but I'm kind of thinking it's sweet because now we're the hosts of the show.
Tom Willis is saying that is what I've been
Can you hear me
asking.
now?
Why do you need Zoom on the lap? Yeah, we can.
Okay.
Okay.
I was muted and didn't realize it. And I was carrying on a conversation with you guys, and your answers weren't making any sense.
No, we couldn't hear you.
Yeah.
All right. So what Dave was saying was about an hour and a half ago, we did a test call just through vMix to Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
And I talked to you. You talked to me.
Mm-hmm.
It was none of this nonsense.
Well, we never had the second thing happening. That's for sure.
We didn't
But
have
I had to
Michael.
disconnect. I had to disconnect, remember, and then connect
yeah.
back.
But you
But
came right back.
Just went
Back.
that went smoothly. I thought.
Yes.
But then when we came back, you had Michael and I side by side, and you picture in picture for the show. So it just some things got switched around, but I don't know.
Yeah, but
Me and
the green screen up there,
Yeah,
that
that
shouldn't make any
make any
difference.
difference.
I'm just
I'm
a regular caller.
yeah.
doesn't
you're just
know
another-
our
you're-
show.
Maybe it does.
All right.
All right.
Well,
Well,
let me disconnect from that.
Okay.
And
So
that means you're not going to be able to hear
me.
me for a
It's
moment.
okay.
or
Well,
two.
you know, you can make hand signs and
Right.
Right.
you can
A
type
quick-
on the screen or something. You can type into the meeting notes. You
All
can
right,
come
so
back.
you and the-
You can always come back, Tom. But let's just get rid of the green screen, Tom, and laptop, Tom, and let's just see if anything changes.
And they are screaming on YouTube about sound and double audio from Tom and echo and double looping.
We
What
can
are they
Steve
fix that.
Hawkins had a
We
suggestion.
fixed it right now because
If you
these guys
hate
can't hear
using
me
Zoom
now
in two
'cause I
PCs,
muted
you need
myself
one
on
muted
Zoom.
and the other mic on.
So the only person that you should be
well,
hearing an
we
echo
understand
from
the
was
echo
me.
part. Tom's muted now with us,
Right.
so he's good.
Tom's muted now. He's
Yeah, we can't hear
telling
him
you
at all.
guys to be quiet. Yes. No.
It's a real green room.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Mine's green.
All right. So let's
It just covered it up.
I'm gonna turn you guys back on for just a second, and I'm
Thank
gonna
you.
leave this meeting. All right.
Okay.
So I'm
So
gonna go away.
Hello, goodbye. Goodbye, hello.
Okay.
All right. This is as it should be, except we can't hear it probably.
So I
Now
can
we just
hear.
need to.
So we're totally in control of the show now, pretty much.
That's what they think.
As long as it works. He can
Well,
still
it's not-
throw us out.
Wait,
Okay. This is interesting, guys, because I can hear these guys talking, but you can't hear them talking. Interesting. Interesting. So their audio is coming through to me, and they are completely without audio. Michael and Dave sound great. They do. Well, gone. Yeah. But you guys can't hear me, can you? Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. They can't. You can't hear Dave and Mike. That's interesting because I can. I can hear Michael and Dave perfectly. In fact, they talk way too much. That's in vMix. That's not the laptop. This is my desktop. Right. And see, I can see these guys and I can hear these guys, but you can't hear them and they can't hear me. Interesting. Interesting. Well, and what's really going on is I'm using one PC now. There are no other PCs on my end. We're disconnected to Zoom. One. That's right. One, Dave. One. But they can't hear me. But I can hear them. And I've turned their audio off. So let's see. I'll turn their audio back on.
No.
Because we're just in the green room, but we actually happen to be in the program. So
And
people
now
are
you
wondering
guys
what
can
the
hear
heck
'em.
we're talking about.
I
There's
really
Dave.
hope we not have sound on.
Zoom thinks we do. It keeps switching back and forth to us there.
Yeah, it
doing what
does.
it's supposed to do.
The only problem is, Rich,
It's following.
they can't hear me.
But
They can't hear any
yeah.
audio that's generated in
Don't
vMix.
really
My
know.
microphone, any music,
Oh,
Well,
I
anything
yeah,
like
just
that.
I turned up a YouTube video and we have sound over there.
So
Oh,
I'm
We
going
have
to turn
audio
them off
flowing
again.
into.
We'll turn them off again just for a second. Yeah. No, it doesn't work. Yeah, they actually haven't joined from vMix Call. They've joined from Zoom. Yeah, they could do that. That's right. That's right. That's right. Okay. So Steve says he can hear everyone. Steve, that's not the problem. The problem is earlier, I tell you what, let me, I can communicate with them through a message. So let's see. Hey guys. Let's go here for a second. Hey guys, can you disconnect and then reconnect? Okay, there they go. And there's silence on the set once again. You do notice it saves the last frame of video. So we're going to get them to reconnect here shortly. It saves the last frame of video, and we'll get them to reconnect here. Yeah, this is the one vMix beta that's not ready for prime time. Interesting. Yeah, Steve, the reason you were hearing them and not hearing them is I was turning them off and on, which turned them off and on to the stream, but I still was hearing their audio in my ear when the Zoom inputs were shut down. So that was really kind of weird. Yeah. And this is Windows 10, by the way. So this is not any of the Windows 11 nonsense that you may have experienced on audio problems. Yeah, they seem to be having some trouble getting back. Oh, nope, there's Dave. Dave, are you there? Dave can't hear me. Dave, is that you? And there's Michael.
I'm back. I just updated Zoom to see if that helped.
Did it help?
Still didn't hear Tom when I came on board though. So
let's see.
No, he's dead silent.
Welcome back. Can't hear me? We'll see if they see the messages. No, they don't see the messages. They don't appear to. We'll send them a message through
Are
vMix.
the viewers able to hear us still? Are we still there on YouTube? I'm not monitoring anything over there.
Yes, you guys still should be heard.
Interesting.
Can you guys see my messages in Zoom?
I don't think it's ready for production yet. vMix 27.
Can you see this message?
Zoom wise.
Right here?
Yeah. Zoom wise. Well, I was never going to use it anyway, because that's not anything that we do. However,
I don't think they see my messages.
well, I just, from one perspective, it's an absolute failure. From another perspective, it is an ideal streaming idiots program.
Yep.
Because
Chris, you're going to hear. You're going to hear all of us because I can control their audio coming to you
pretty well.
Well,
and I can control
only
my audio.
Here, I can see in the comments in YouTube that they can all hear. So the only thing here is we can't hear the program inside Zoom.
Right.
Well, there's more to it than that. So they can't see my messages now. They can't hear me. I hear them twice when I turn them on in vMix. So there's something's wrong with something's wrong with the audio. Oh my gosh. All right. Let's let me join the meeting again. And see if I can do that easily. 1 second. It's 8.
Dave, you have to unmute if you're talking. Yeah.
And what is the meeting passcode? It's easy to remember, except I don't remember it. All right, guys. Here we go.
Okay.
I'm back.
Yeah, you're back.
And I wanted to bring you up to date on what we've discovered.
Yep.
Can you see my messages in Zoom?
Yep.
Oh, really?
Welcome back. Can't hear me. Tom Road 2123.
So that bug, we already fixed that bug. That's good. You could see my messages.
Yes.
The current situation is I hear myself in my earbuds. And when you guys talk on, let me turn you up. I'm going to turn you all the way up in vMix. And when you talk in vMix, I hear you twice, and everybody at home hears you once.
So the show gets it mix minus. That's at least a good thing.
The mix minus is, well, mix minus isn't working at all.
For the show.
In the
evidently.
show?
Because you don't hear yourself. You don't hear yourself through the show. You're hearing me. You're only hearing me through the laptop.
We're only
Yeah,
hearing
that's
you,
what
but
I'm saying.
we hear each other, but we don't hear any echo or anything of ourselves. So mix minus is somehow working for us.
Well, but that works
Mix
in
minus
Zoom
in
anyway.
Zoom. In Zoom, mix minus is working.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But didn't you say that there was no echo when we are talking in the show in YouTube?
Say again.
Marie and all the others, they are not hearing echo on us, right?
They are not hearing an echo.
Okay, so mix minus also works there.
I am.
Yeah, but you're just the host.
That's right.
And we can't hear the program inside Zoom.
Right.
So there is a problem there.
You're not hearing anything.
Nope.
Program wise.
Nope.
Not from the program. No.
Not a peak. It's dead silent.
You know, one other interesting thing is when I added the Zoom input, that adds an audio input for each one of you. So I can control your audios separately. I can mute you, and that works towards the audience, towards the stream and the recording. But I still hear you even when you're muted in vMix somehow.
Well, that's not good. So you cannot control. You can't hear the level of our voice in the show. You can't control it from vMix.
I can, but I can't control it in my ear.
If you can't hear in the ear, you can't control it.
Right. I mean, I'm getting two sources. One I can control and one I can't control. So something is.
And you're getting that even without this green screen session in place.
Yes. Yes. But Dave, it worked when we first did it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So it worked. and then it didn't work.
It worked for the two of us. I did not hear you. Actually, you started the program video briefly, and I don't recall if I heard anything from that or not, if I just saw it.
Okay.
Can't swear that that's, yeah.
Okay. You know, the other difference is I'm streaming, and I wasn't streaming before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shouldn't
that's
make
right.
a difference. I tell you
Well,
what,
it's a beta.
folks at home, I am going to cut the stream for 30 seconds and then reconnect. And that'll give us a chance to see if the stream is what's impeding the audio. All right. So 3, 2, 1.
I can still see the YouTube running,
Yeah, well, it tries to rejoin.
but it's a long way to Denmark.
It does.
Okay, guys, I stopped it and then restarted it.
No difference.
I didn't see a difference. Did you?
No.
Nope.
Let's see if the streams come back.
It's up.
Yeah. it's back.
Chris is writing on YouTube a reboot of vMix as well. Writing on YouTube a reboot of vMix as well.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that would be a little problematic in the middle of a show.
I know.
Oh, we've done that before during football games when people have messed up systems. So, yeah.
Thomas, good to see you. Yes, no audio problem on YouTube. It's just those guys can't hear me, except we've set up a back channel through a Zoom meeting, a separate Zoom meeting. So there we go. Yeah.
Throw them, Tom. Can you take from a screen cut of the Zoom so they can see what we are talking about? That Tom laptop is fine sound, but program is no sound.
I don't understand. I'm sorry.
If you take a screen capture from Zoom, from vMix of the Zoom chat room, the audience might better understand what we are talking about.
Okay. You mean this?
The Zoom meeting, not the Zoom call chat.
Oh, I don't have the Zoom meeting.
Oh,
The Zoom
so you
meeting's on the
cannot.
laptop.
Yeah, I know, but can't you make the? Exactly. So let's see. Okay, so
Well,
that's different.
Hang on a second. Let's put that up where they can see.
You can
Now let's
NDI
try
it
again.
over.
So that's the Zoom meeting. And that's the only way Dave and Michael can hear. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, no, hold it up again. So what we are hearing is we can hear each other, Dave and me, but the program feed that would be left on Tom's screen, up left corner, we can't hear any audio from it. We can see the video, but we can't hear any audio.
Right.
That's it. That's a problem.
Right.
Yes. Thank you. I hope that makes sense to the audience.
Only took 2 tries for me to understand. So the audience will still be in the dark. Let's see. Right. It's just no. Actually, I don't know if, yeah. I think you have, no. Well, what am I talking about?
Yes, he said that.
He did
He
say
said-
that,
Yes.
but that's not true, because this is the gallery view. And I'm in this meeting as a separate participant outside of vMix, but I'm not in the vMix show as that participant. So we could get a bunch of other people in this meeting and I could just pick out the people I wanted to be as participants.
Right.
Yeah,
But
that
it
was the
doesn't
whole
show
purpose.
on vMix the gallery view. I think that's
Well,
what he meant.
How about
Yeah.
this? How about if I disconnect for a minute or so
Okay.
and see what happens between you and Michael? Remember, you and I were only the two of us on there a while ago?
All right. Let's do it.
Well, that's the same as Tom connected, disconnected. But what about if you take the program out of the Zoom meeting and rejoined?
I did that.
You did that? Okay, yeah. I only saw the laptop.
Yeah.
Well, all I'm saying is whatever we did earlier
Oh,
when
the
you and I
program.
were on, we want to
Yeah,
be
exactly, Tom.
on just like we did when we first did it, when we tested it.
All right, let's
Just
do
the
this.
two of us in.
Let's kill this Zoom meeting. And
Mhm.
on Facebook, I will send you guys invitations to a new meeting.
Okay,
And
cool.
let's see if that does it. Okay.
Yes,
All right.
leave. Bye.
So goodbye. All right. So let's see if we can get, I should have done it differently. Doggone it. Now I have to put them in there. So let's say we're going to, let's let you see what I'm doing here. Where's my interface? There it is. We'll put me there so it's easier to see. So I'm going to add an input, Zoom input. Okay, I don't have any other Zoom inputs, so I get the opportunity to connect. And I can, there's my login. And I can host a meeting. And I'm going to host a new meeting. Click here to create a new meeting. And see down here, I have an opportunity to select the video source and the audio source, but I can't get back to this screen later. All right, so I'm going to host a meeting. Oh, no, I want to create a new meeting. So that's going to bring in this screen. And let me just go full screen with that for a second. We want it to start at, well, we want it to start right now. Oh, no. We want to do a new meeting. Schedule a meeting. There we go. We'll just call this new meeting. I know they're great on spelling. 2:30, yeah, p.m. Let's make it a 3-hour meeting just in case. Passcode, waiting room. All right. Audio is, well, it says telephone and computer. We'll just leave it like that because that's the default settings. So there we go. We got it. So let's get rid of this screen and we'll refresh that and we'll do a new meeting. Here we go, new meeting, and we'll go to it. Okay. Now let's give those guys the info to get into the meeting. Facebook. There's the meeting ID. Thank you guys. Appreciate you hanging out there. And the passcode. I'll copy that. And let's edit that. And we'll add another Zoom input. And that should give us one of each. And we're getting a recording in progress message. Did you guys hear that? I did. So we've got 2 vMix inputs and we got 2 Zoom inputs right here, 95 and 96. So let's add those back to our little multi-framey thing. Is that up here somewhere? Yeah, there it is right there. Layers is, no, that's not the right one. Oh, there's Michael. Hello, Michael. Can you hear me? Check, check, Michael. Hello, Michael. Can you hear me? Check, check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
No
7,
sound.
8. I can hear you. I can hear you perfectly. Craziness. Okay. So whatever we did, it didn't work. 7 side by side. There's 7 side by side. Let's go in here and say,
Did you have the Zoom meeting on recording when you started up with testing with Dave?
yes.
Yeah, okay. It's not that.
Whoops, I got the wrong person in the wrong spot. So let's move that one there and that one there. That do it right? Interesting. Okay. There he is. So what we've got is this, which is wrong. Let's see if we can get Dave again. Nope, Dave hadn't made it back in yet. You okay, Dave?
Tom, the program feed, I have it above me here.
Mm-hmm.
Can you right-click it and enable audio, or is that all? Does it seem like audio is running? It's not muted from your side?
I don't have
Okay.
that
Okay.
interface.
I'm grabbing for straws.
Yeah. No, I get it.
iPhone 15 WK is connecting.
Let's see. Let's close that one for just a second. Do you hear me now? Check,
Yeah,
check,
yeah.
check. You
Yeah.
do?
Yeah.
Aha.
It's inside Zoom.
I deleted the
It's
second.
program.
I deleted the second Zoom input in vMix and your audio came on.
Okay. It's totally working now in Zoom from program. And I can hear something from iPhone 15 WK.
Okay.
And now that sound is gone again. So I can hear Tom inside Zoom meeting now.
Yeah, Ken, we've tried that. There are no options for that. There's an option when I first set up when I do the initial setup of a Zoom call, either a meeting or join a meeting. I can choose the audio source, but I can't choose the participant's audio. Well, I can choose the participant's audio source, but if I give them the master audio and we have more than 2 or more Zoom callers, nobody gets program audio.
So is it Dave on iPhone 15 WK?
I don't know.
You made it public, the key.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
okay. All right. So
Yeah.
Thomas says he hears both of us. I hear you twice still.
Okay.
Now I've muted Michael right there. And so he can't hear me. No, you can hear me, right? But nobody at home hears you because I turned your audio off. And now I only hear one of you. But when I turn it back on, now everybody can hear you. I hear two of you.
Okay. But I like to be doubled. Imagine you have 15 in the waiting room talking, jabbing around.
Yeah. Okay. So Dave has come back. Let's switch over to Dave. Michael, we're gonna drop you for just a second. We'll be right back.
Hey, man.
All right, Dave, can you hear me?
Yeah. I just stayed out until you guys got it working, and then I decided to come back in. And I think that's what's happening is you can only do one at a time. When you added that second one, that's what killed it.
That's right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can hear the program. You can hear the green room, the whole deal. And so you just have to have the one guest side by side with you, Tom, and you just bring them in and out as you want to deal with them with your side by side.
No.
I think that's kind of what Tim said last night.
Then why do I have the option to connect a second caller? I mean, no, it said vMix HD, one caller, vMix 4K Pro or Max, unlimited callers.
Okay. Yeah, but you added another Zoom session down
No.
there, right?
No, I just
You had
added
two,
a Zoom input,
an
but it was the
input.
same call.
Okay. So how did you get it so that that Michael could connect and you could everybody could hear each other? What did you do to make that happen?
I don't understand your question.
You just did something before I joined where all of a sudden you guys could hear each other properly.
I have one input.
Yeah. When you added the second input,
That's right.
That's what caused the problem.
That's right.
Now it's gone and you don't have a problem. But when I joined, where did I show up?
You didn't show up until I went and got you. And I saw you on the participant list and I selected you from the list. And you and I can still hear Michael, even though his video is not part of the show, but nobody at home can hear Michael because he's not part of the show.
Okay.
I'll put you into the show.
Get rid of that third little thing that you've got up there.
Now we've got,
I can still hear you in Zoom, Tom.
Yes. Yes.
And I can also hear Dave.
And you and I can hear Dave, but nobody at home can hear Dave. Not a bad thing.
What happens if you take in both Dave and me in the program?
Well, I can choose one or the other. Well, let me choose default. I mean, default is you because you were the first caller. Let me show everybody my screen here. All right, so we're down here. This is our Zoom input right here in the bottom left-hand corner. I'm going to right-click, and participant source is default. I'm going to switch to Michael. No change.
Yep, I'm here.
Participant source, I'm going to switch to Dave. There's Dave. Now you can hear Dave when he talks.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3.
The amazing talking Californian. But you can't hear Michael. I can hear Michael. Dave can hear Michael.
You can see the audio VU meter in the middle there.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it doesn't move when Michael talks.
Right. Oh, you can have them all connected, but you can only bring them one in one at a time. Yeah.
At this point. Yeah. No, it doesn't. Well, let's do it again. I'm gonna add another.
Mm-hmm.
We can hear program.
Say that again, so everybody can hear you.
You made a brand new meeting, Zoom meeting,
just now.
And I guess you first added the program as a host in Zoom, and then I joined in and I could hear the program. And then
I-
Dave added in, and I could hear Dave and the program in Zoom.
Right. But watch this. This is where we were. We're going to add an input. We're going to add a Zoom input. It's going to automatically connect to that meeting that you
Dead.
were in.
Silence. Done. Gone. Can't
Gone.
hear the program anymore.
Can't hear anything. That's right. And we can put Dave in the meeting, and both of them are there, but neither one of them can hear. So let's get rid of the second Zoom input.
Yeah.
Boom. Michael,
back. You're back.
I'm back. Okay.
Yes. So.
All right.
That's a bug.
There it is. There it is. Now, is this a bug or is this a user error?
Duplicating the Zoom input probably isn't going to get you anything.
Say that again.
Can you get my audio from Zoom into the program? Or do you, is the only way you can get me from Zoom into your program is by doing a vMix Zoom input for me.
Right. Right.
And that kills program. Okay.
Sorry.
Cool.
Yeah, that
No,
kills
it's
program
okay.
for you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah. In Zoom. Yeah. Okay. It's a beta.
It's a beta. That's right. All right. So Dave, you can hear me right now, can't you? Okay. But I can hear you, but nobody else can hear you. All right. So Biz is asking, can you mute and activate the audio in your ear of the person off screen? And the answer is no. I cannot mute Dave right now, as much as I'd like to, nor can I activate his audio. I have no control over Dave's audio right now that I know of, other than just turning down my earphones. Right. Essentially, that's right.
Yeah, essentially Zoom is green room right now. I can only take one participant at a time.
All right, so Chris wants to know if I hit the cog wheel. Let's go over here. I think he means this one. I create a virtual input. So there's a virtual right there. If I right-click it, nothing happens. If I right-click the other one, I can change over to Dave, who's talking in the background. So there's Dave. He stopped talking, of course, now that he's on the screen.
Yeah,
But I can't do anything with number 96 right there. So
yeah, duplicating, making the duplicate doesn't resolve much of anything.
no,
Hardly ever. The virtual,
no,
I should say.
no. Good idea, Chris. So if I clone the Zoom input, I think what you mean by that is create a virtual input, because that's the only way to do it in vMix.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing that Chris was suggesting. It doesn't help.
There's a script for doing that. I use it all the time. But
really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, yeah. It actually starts vMix. It shuts down vMix and starts it. That's how it creates it, the clone of it. And it's an exact copy. Everything in it works. You can change stuff if you want to.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, just the virtual is like, I don't really see the great benefit of it in most cases.
So Chris is saying, do you think this is a Zoom plug-in problem or a vMix 27 beta problem? What do you think, Dave?
I think it's both of their problems because they got to figure it out because it doesn't work.
In the green room Zoom, we would hear each other, but the program goes in and out, and that is from vMix, and it does it when vMix operator change the input, the guest. So I think it's primarily a vMix problem.
I can't believe that vMix didn't test this with more than one caller. With more than one Zoom input.
Maybe it's a level of Zoom. Is it a Zoom Enterprise you're running, or Zoom Normal, or?
This is Pro. So this is the
Okay.
I guess the version. Let's see. I think I've got a graphic of it here. Let's see. Maybe I
Well,
don't.
if you have the
Yeah, here it is.
more than basic version or free version of it, then
So there's a free version, which is what you and Dave and I have.
Mhm.
And then I also have a pro version. But then there's a business version that's called $199 a year, but you have to buy 10 of those. So really it's $2,000 a year. And then there's a business plus, and then there's an enterprise. So
I think I read somewhere that you need a business license.
a business license for 1080p, but a
Yeah,
pro
that's right. That was for
will do
1080p. Yeah,
720. And
yeah,
then
that's right.
vMix HD will do one caller. vMix 4K Pro or Max will do unlimited callers based on bandwidth.
So your vMix is running as an HD.
Say again.
Could it be that your vMix right now is running as it was in HD version only?
Possibly. As if it were an HD version, and it just bombs out when it gets more than one.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
Yeah. I did have a problem with this license last night, because this is what they call a not for resale license that I get as a reseller. And it wanted me to upgrade because it wouldn't take my license. And I shot an email off to vMix, and they got that fixed pretty quickly. They didn't change the software. They just changed something on the licensing end, I'm sure. So, but maybe there's something similar like that going on in the background. Now, Mike is saying each participant in Zoom should be an input. That's the same as the Zoom ISO. So yeah, that's where the problem comes, Mike, is that when we add a second Zoom input in vMix, the first caller loses the audio from us, and the second caller never gets it. So yeah. I would think so. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah, Chris, that's what I've got. I've got the pro license. And Gunnar says that the vMix 27 help file says that you add the video and audio of each participant as a separate input in vMix. So there we go. There we go. Well, now we know. Now we know. We didn't make it very far, but we spun around that bush until we buried it. But at least we've kind of figured out where to look for the problem. And again, the whole audio issue on my end probably is associated with this too.
Could you please switch so I'm not called Dave?
We'll just do
there
that.
we go.
That'll be easier.
So you're out of the picture, Michael.
Chris, there is a link to the vMix 27 help file in the forum. So if you go to vMix forum, go to general discussion, go to vMix 27 preview. In the very first post, there's the the opportunity to download vMix 27. There's an opportunity to download the Zoom plugin for vMix 27. And then there's also an opportunity to go to the page, which is the vMix 27 help. They've got that actually, you know, unlike previous versions, they've got that ready to go. But apparently they didn't have this part ready to go. We'll see. And, you know, maybe I'll do a reboot and everything works. But the bottom line is I shouldn't have to. Yeah, but we'll try that. The Zoom plugin, Mike, the Zoom plugin is in the vMix forum. Yeah. Could be that it's just me. I'm a troublemaker. What can I say? But I did not. I repeat, I did not wear a banana costume anywhere. Hold on, Dave. Let's get the full effect of that. There we go. And there must be a chroma key green outline to that banana. Because all we got was
no,
no,
it's all there. It's it. That's a T-shirt. That is a T-shirt you can buy from the vMix University.
Really?
Yes, sir. The Fighting Bananas.
Well, there you go. Well, gentlemen, I do appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to play out on the playground with me. This was just too much fun. And oh, I know one thing to check real quick, Dave. Do you have the ability to share a file or to share a screen or something else? You know how to do that? Can you do that? Let's try
What do you
that.
want me to share? What do you want me to share?
A picture of you and your wife.
Oh, I don't have a picture of me and my wife sitting right here.
Well,
Jeez.
whatever you've got to share. And I'm going to click the share button and let's see what happens.
Well,
right.
I can click the share screen here.
Okay.
And it lets me choose a screen to share.
Okay.
And all I've got is work stuff on the screen. So I don't know what to show you. I'll show you
show me your desktop.
My desktop for my AnyDesk over there.
Yeah. There we go. So there's his desktop. So the share works beautifully. There we go.
Because that comes in as another user as well, I guess.
Let's see.
Sort of.
Well,
No,
yeah, sort of. It's a source type. I've got a choice between, I've got your video here, or I've got your share screen. So if you have shared something, then I have access to it here.
Okay.
I've put it on auto, and I'm not sure what auto does. Doesn't appear. Maybe you have to talk to have it go back to you. No, that wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe you've got control over it now. What if you stop sharing? Yeah. So there you go. So it does whatever you do. All right.
Put it on auto, so if somebody shares screen, it'll pop up, I guess.
Yeah, that's right. So share your screen again.
Michael's sharing the screen.
Michael's sharing a screen? Okay.
That's what it says.
Okay. I just swapped you with Michael, and you're frozen, and Michael is not coming on. So that should be Michael right there. So I'll switch back to you. So now you're live. And we'll switch back to video and then switch back to Michael and see what happens. Yeah, so now we get Michael, and he's sharing. So if I click share here, I get to see what he shares. All right. This, we'll go to the full screen. All right. And I'm going to go to auto. So Michael, when you stop sharing, it should go back to your video automatically. There he is.
And I'm unmuted now.
Okay.
So
All right.
that worked.
That works. So, but if I go to Dave right now as a share source, so we'll switch it to share and then I'll go to Dave, it kind of locks up. Yeah, so Michael is frozen and Dave is unavailable. So anyway, good to know what we know. Good to know what we know. So there's Dave back. There's Dave back. Gentlemen, thank you. I really do appreciate you guys taking time today to be with me. And for those of you watching, I really appreciate you taking time to watch today. We will see how all this works out. Yep. And we'll file a couple bug reports with vMix here shortly and see what we can find out and give them a chance to fix it. It is a beta. It is a beta. All right. So there we go. Dave and Michael, thank you so much. Appreciate you guys. And next week, all right, we'll see you later. Next week, we will come back with a little bit more vMix 27 and see what we can't figure out. Maybe they'll have a chance to fix this and we can try it with more than one caller. We can try the share function, which we found not to work today. And we can begin to explore other kinds of things. I've actually ordered a new video card because in order to do AV1, you have to have either a 4000 series card or a Intel card of some kind. And I think I want to stay in the NVIDIA line for the moment. So we'll have that card in and we can test AV1 next week and see what our bandwidth savings is, if any. I don't know how we'll really find that out. I guess we'll just have to test various streams. But that'll be fun. We can play some with that too. So there you go, guys. That's it. Appreciate y'all tuning in. And we will catch you